But there are just times when something is important enough, you believe in it enough, that you do it in spite of the fear.
Elon Musk, the tech billionaire known for revolutionizing space and electric cars.
This morning, the demand for Tesla's new Model 3, its most anticipated electric car,
Also made a bold bet on AI, Grok. But what went wrong? Elon Musk, rockets, Teslas, brain chips, Mars ambitions, Twitter chaos, and now AI. In 2023, he launched a company called XAI. The goal? Create artificial intelligence that wasn't sanitized, censored, or polite. Something bold, something based, something, according to Musk, that tells the truth, even when it's controversial. Enter Grok. Grok wasn't supposed to be just another chatbot. It was Musk's answer to ChatGPT and Gemini, marketed as edgy, rebellious, politically incorrect, a chatbot built for the fight, not the classroom. It was a digital extension of Musk's internet persona, confrontational, sarcastic, and completely unfiltered.
Boring TikTok logger? Oh, fuck you.
And for a while, it had the internet's attention. Grok launched directly inside X, formerly Twitter, available only to Premium Plus subscribers. If you paid $16 a month, you could message Grok and ask it anything. It would respond with attitude, sometimes with swearing, sometimes with jokes, often with a snarky twist. Musk described it as a chatbot with a sense of humor, inspired by The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, a kind of cosmic smartass that knew a lot and didn't mind offending people. At first, it worked. Grok made headlines. Tech influencers shared screenshots. Early users praised it for being funny, bold, and willing to break the rules. It felt like the anti-ChatGPT, and Musk leaned into it hard, posting memes, roasting rival AIs, and presenting Grok as a voice of freedom in a world of filtered corporate AI. But under all the sarcasm and style, something was missing: substance. Technically, Grok was fine. It was trained on 2.7 trillion tokens, making it a decently large model. It was multimodal. It could generate images. It had access to real-time Twitter data. But when users compared it head-to-head with ChatGPT or Gemini, the cracks showed quickly. Grok hallucinated facts. It failed basic logic puzzles. It was often less helpful, less accurate, and more erratic. For all its talk of truth, Grok couldn't consistently get basic information right. And while other companies were building tools, integrated into productivity apps, enterprise platforms, creative workflows, Grok stayed locked inside a social media app. No API, no dev tools, no office integration, no search partnerships, no killer app, just a chatbot in a subscription bundle on a platform already bleeding users. It wasn't built for work. It wasn't built for learning. It wasn't built to scale. Meanwhile, the rest of the industry was sprinting. OpenAI launched GPT-4 Turbo. Microsoft integrated Copilot into Word, Excel, and Teams. Google expanded Gemini across its entire ecosystem. Anthropic was releasing Claude models built with safety-first design, and Meta was moving fast on Llama. Every major player was turning AI into infrastructure, baking it into daily life. Not just chatbots, but coding assistants, research partners, tutoring tools, design co-pilots, the competitive landscape. Why Grok wasn't built to survive. To understand Grok's failure, you have to understand the battlefield. By 2024, the AI space wasn't just crowded, it was ferociously competitive. It wasn't enough to have a chatbot. You needed a platform, a strategy, a moat. OpenAI had Microsoft. That meant access to Azure's cloud muscle, enterprise integrations, and distribution through Office, the software used by over 1 billion people. Google had Android, Search, YouTube, Gmail, and Docs, all fertile ground for embedding Gemini deeply into everyday digital life. They also had the world's largest corpus of web-indexed knowledge. Meta had the largest labeled social graph on Earth, and was embedding its Llama models into everything from messaging apps to VR headsets. Anthropic was raising billions in capital and focusing on safety first, business-ready Claude models aimed squarely at developers and researchers, and Amazon was investing heavily in Bedrock and Titan to power its AWS clients. XAI, by comparison, had X, a controversial social platform with declining ad revenue, shrinking user engagement, and no enterprise partnerships. Grok didn't have infrastructure, a developer community, or academic buy-in. It wasn't being used in schools, hospitals, governments, or boardrooms. It was stuck in a walled garden, accessible only to people willing to pay Elon Musk Musk for the privilege. And that's why it couldn't win. In AI, scale matters. Training costs matter. Distribution matters. And most of all, credibility matters. You don't build that with memes. You build it with use cases, reliability, partnerships, and the patience to earn user trust. Grok had none of that. It was never given the runway. It was a personality, not a product. And once the novelty wore off, it was clear. Grok wasn't just underpowered. It was out of its league. Then came the controversies. In late 2024, Grok started injecting bizarre political commentary into unrelated questions. In one case, it referenced white genocide in South Africa, a fringe conspiracy theory. In another, it quoted a protest chant linked to violent rhetoric. Then it cast doubt on Holocaust death tolls. This wasn't satire. These were real answers to real queries from a product used by paying customers. XAI blamed a rogue employee. Musk said someone had modified Grok's system prompt without authorization. The team issued a patch, but the damage was done. Because the real issue wasn't just one bad edit, it was governance. The system had no meaningful guardrails, no clear protocol, no quality control. If one person could poison the system that easily, what did that say about XAI's structure, its leadership, its commitment to safety? Trust collapsed, and trust is everything in AI. Without it, you're done. Meanwhile, Musk himself kept undermining the product. After Grok fact-checked a conspiracy theory about a political figure's spouse, Musk publicly mocked the bot. He criticized it for quoting mainstream outlets like the BBC. He called the answer embarrassing. Even when Grok got it right, it was wrong, because it didn't align with Musk's opinion. So what was the truth Grok was supposed to tell? Whatever Musk wanted. And that was the final blow. Because an AI that bends to the whims of one person isn't a product. It's a propaganda machine. And the tech world started to see Grok for what it really was. A political stunt. A media tool. Not a serious competitor in the AI arms race. Inside XAI, the team was small, roughly 1,000 people, compared to tens of thousands at OpenAI, DeepMind, and Meta. They didn't have the compute, the safety teams, or the partnerships to build at scale. And Musk? He was juggling 6 companies. Tesla, SpaceX, X, Neuralink, the Boring Company, and now XAI. No one, not even Musk, can give every one of those ventures the attention they need. And Grok clearly wasn't the priority. Updates slowed, feedback soured, usage dropped. By mid-2025, Grok was still technically active, but irrelevant. Reviewers stopped covering it. Users stopped sharing it. No businesses were using it. It had no community, no ecosystem, no reason to grow. It became a ghost in the machine. And it didn't help that Grok was locked behind a paywall. While OpenAI offered ChatGPT for free, Grok required a paid X Premium Plus subscription, limiting access, discouraging curiosity, and cutting off potential scale. Even die-hard Musk fans stopped talking about it. The novelty faded. The internet moved on. And yet, there's a bigger story here. Grok's failure isn't just about poor tech or weird branding. It's a cautionary tale about how not to build an AI product, because it failed on 4 fundamental levels. First, execution. Musk has big ideas, but big ideas aren't enough. AI demands engineering, coordination, iteration, and infrastructure. None of that can be skipped. Second, trust. Grok repeatedly violated it by injecting misinformation, leaning into controversy, and failing to correct course. People don't forget that, and they don't come back. Third, utility. Grok was edgy, but not useful. It didn't help users solve problems, get work done, or learn faster. It made headlines, not products. And fourth, alignment. Not alignment in the AI safety sense, but brand alignment. Grok's politics alienated huge chunks of users. Its sarcasm grated. Its responses were inconsistent. It tried to be everything for a certain crowd and nothing for everyone else. Could it have worked? Maybe. With a better roadmap, a stronger team, a clearer mission, a more open architecture, a leadership structure that wasn't trying to juggle 6 empires at once. But that's not what happened. Instead, Grok became a meme, loud at first. Today, XAI is quietly pivoting away from Grok toward AGI research, toward enterprise platforms, toward something more stable, more defensible, more useful. Grok is still there, technically, but its moment passed. It won't be the next ChatGPT. It won't be the next Gemini. It won't be the future. It's a footnote. And in a landscape that's already shifting toward agentic workflows, foundational model scaling, and multi-agent reasoning, that's the cost of building a chatbot around vibes instead of value. So what's the lesson? It's not just about AI. It's about leadership. It's about priorities. It's about the difference between disruption and distraction. You can have vision, influence, capital, and hype, and still miss, because AI isn't a social network. It's not a meme coin. It's not a viral stunt. It's a long-term, infrastructure-level commitment to quality, safety, and trust. And in that world, you can't improvise your way to the top. You have to build, deliberately, carefully, honestly. Because the next generation of AI won't just answer our questions, it will shape how we learn, how we work, how we live. And that future can't be built on snark and spectacle. It needs stability. It needs integrity. It needs tools that work quietly, reliably, every day. Grok wasn't that. And now, it's fading, quietly, behind the next wave of truly useful AI. If you've made it this far, you know the story of Grok wasn't just about one chatbot. It's a glimpse into how hype, ego, and a lack of discipline can derail even the boldest tech ambitions. So here's the question. Will XAI learn from Grok's failure or repeat it? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you found this breakdown sharp, real, and worth your time, hit like, smash that subscribe button, and turn on notifications. We've got more stories coming that cut through the noise and get to the truth, no matter who's behind the hype. See you in the next one.